What's going on? Are there some bad news about Ashes of Creation? Ashes of Creation, I can't do this anymore. Yo, Narc, what's up?
What up, boys? So, we're back at it again with another serious video farming parasocial points with plebs on the internet because I'm at a loss and I'm pretty much done. Now, this video was going to be saved for 50k subs and then discuss my journey up until this point, the ironic existence of Ashes of Creation.
What's up with these screens? Is there earthquake going on?
Here in the current YouTube environment, and what it's like transitioning from...
Yo, what's up with his screens? You guys see that? And yo, he must be very hot in this. But yo, look at those. They are like shaking like crazy, like there's some earthquake going on.
From someone who sees what creators saw back when I was younger. It has been a pretty interesting journey, and I thought it would be fun to share that. But I decided to change the tone of this video because a problem has arisen. This channel doesn't get recommended to anyone. The reason why we still exist is because likely the 10k people who clicked on this video go out of their way to actually seek it. I can almost guarantee that this video will have an 80% subscriber click-through rate. In fact, since I screenshotted this from 6 weeks ago, it's gone up to 84%, and this video will very much likely end up on 10 to 20k views. You see, the channel has been like this for nearly 6 months now, and that's not good enough for me. I want to grow and reach wider audiences. I think the way this channel has evolved and the Marvel-level intros we have nowadays could...
I have like two theories why this is. I have to quickly look something. So there are like two theories why this is. Either it's because he talks about a game that doesn't exist yet, or did he actually do anything off topic? Like something that has nothing to do with like MMO in the past? Like the thing is now, this is something I've noticed, and like, yeah, he talked about World of Warcraft here, about like some other games. So yeah, there's something negative I've noticed about the YouTube algorithm, and you have to be very careful when you're doing variety content. So let's say you have a World of Warcraft only channel, and you gain on average, let's say 4,000 views per upload, okay? And then you make, let's say, suddenly a Fortnite video, League of Legends or something, and this video for some reason goes viral, you get like 100k views or something. Then now suddenly your average 4k views on your WoW videos drop to 3.2k or something, for example. And that is because the system of YouTube, with like browse features and suggestions, it will suggest your videos in one kind of topic, like WoW, for example, to people that recently either watched your channel or subscribed to you. It's like kind of like a mix of both, right? And I give you guys a very dumb example, but let's say you're a big Minecraft channel and suddenly you make a cooking video and this cooking video goes freaking viral. And suddenly you get 2 or 3% less click-through rate, and your average duration of views drops by 20-30 seconds, because now your Minecraft videos are being also suggested to those people that discovered your channel through a cooking video but that are not interested in gaming or something. So you have to be careful when you do some sort of variety. There are sometimes months where some of your videos are popping off, getting big, but they're in a different topic, and this can like lower your click-through rate and view rate on your other videos. And for him, it's not just the variety, because he also did like other MMO games, but also because he talks about a game that's not out yet, right? Like we're not even in like the beta phase of this game yet. We are still like reaching like alpha phase, and even alpha phase is not really done. So yeah, it's tough, I think, for him. We just talk sometimes about Ashes of Creation, but I also need to be careful to not talk about too many games, unfortunately, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't favor this very much.
Well, happy, and I hate to see 300 hours of my work not get recommended because of the current YouTube environment. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that this is probably an Ashes of Creation problem. Thin air isn't going to appeal to a wider audience, obviously, but I think my intros can. It's funny because this channel isn't even performing poorly. In fact, it's stabilized at a very comfortable place of around 200 to 300k views. It's pretty good for a game that quite literally doesn't exist, right?
True.
It makes me just about enough money to pay my rent month by month, so it's not even like I'm worried from that perspective. This recent stability is why I ended up spending more time on the quality of the viewing experience.
Because you wanted more out of it.
To do that.
But then you hit the wall.
I'm no longer chasing my tail just to make enough money for rent. The fact that you guys have shown me so much support on Patreon has literally carried me financially, and without you guys, this video would most certainly be announcing something very different. Therefore, I need to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've helped me evolve.
Those are
to
many
this point
patrons,
here,
actually.
where I'm able to express myself creatively in a way that truly makes me happy. The pinnacle of that being my 2 movies that didn't get any views. Damn you, YouTube. You guys who have continued to watch...
Wait a second, what was this? Those are some interesting thumbnails. Like maybe it was another topic, that's why.
Didn't get any views. Damn you, YouTube. You guys who have continued to watch the videos have shown in the analytics that for the ones who do actually seek them out, you are genuinely engaged and stick around,
yeah,
which
that's good.
Translates to a much higher retention and engagement rate with likes and comments that are much higher than most 100k sub channels. And we're not even at 50k yet. It's just very confusing for me when, from a data point of view, which is ironic, I know,
You're
considering
doing well.
my push against that very corporate style of thinking, it shows that you want the content, and when you click it, you remain engaged more than you do with most other larger channels. So then, if my videos are keeping people engaged and on the platform, regardless of topic, why don't they get recommended? No matter how hard I try to make them quality, frequent, and unique, it's just being lost to the void. These analytics I'm looking at here are in such a weird state that makes absolutely no sense.
That's the same I have. Like the other day I checked and I have like a guide on how to get a cool Beast Mastery Hunter pet, and same with like the Lost Proto Drake. We've already left the Wrath of the Lich King launch era, so even like the Time Lost Proto Drake, like some older pets, suddenly like my videos are popping off. I sometimes see in one day 200 views there, 400 views there, and those are like some old videos that are suddenly like growing so much. And I'm like wondering, because even some of those, they actually have just a very low retention rate. Like people are not even watching that long, but it's getting pushed out. Then I upload like a new video and I'm like, it's sometimes like 9 or 10 minute average view duration, what is actually very, very high. Sometimes when I first upload something, it has not 20%, but like 12% click-through rate or something. And then I see like old videos, 4 or 5% click-through rate and only like 15-20% audience retention. They get like suggested and recommended a lot. And this is also kind of weird, right? Because shouldn't like the new videos with like a long view duration and higher click-through rate get like recommended even more than like the old ones with like low one? And I sometimes think it's because like there's also some sort of threshold, like a minimum amount of views that you need to reach on a video for it to spread, where at this point it doesn't even matter like your retention and your click-through rate. It's kind of weird. Like the YouTube algorithm, I think, is still bugged and it's still not completed. And I'm like wondering what the company is going to do in the next months and years about it. Also for like variety channels, and we are a variety channel. So it's like very hard as a variety creator these days, because you sometimes have like so much mismatching going on. If recently a lot of people watched your WoW video and then you make like a Ashes of Creation video, you suddenly have a low audience retention, a low click-through rate. Sometimes you're in luck, like one of your videos from, let's say, WoW gets big, then you make a new WoW video and it actually has some chain reaction, that video gets big too. And there's like so much mismatch going on with like the system, and I hear that he's also feeling the pain right now with this sort of issue, where certain videos perform well but they don't get suggested, while others like out of nowhere get suggested. It's strange.
The current YouTube environment. These are the kind of analytics you'd see from 2010, where subscribers were the main growth and source of views.
That was actually
because
good.
Of this nonsense
it was more
data,
variety
I can't
friendly.
even turn to larger, more experienced creators for advice. It's so abnormal and unlike anything they've ever seen that they simply have no advice. It feels like to me, on a personal level, that you guys want the content, but YouTube don't want it on their platform. That's just how it comes across to me.
Kind of like that.
And that does a pretty solid number on my mental health, not gonna lie. Due to the nature of Ashes of Creation's current development, the channel has gone into a kind of limbo state. And although you guys do continue to seek it out, resulting
at least numbers are not dropping.
84%
That's good, right?
Subscriber ratio, it's not reasonable to expect everyone to do this forever. It is slowing down more and more over time. It's a downward trend, and I've come to the conclusion that I can't keep the current format up anymore. I can't do this anymore. From both a
Narc, if you're watching this, I have a good suggestion for you. And that has to do with what you are telling us now and what I'm seeing. So Narc, if you're watching this, consider transitioning into live streaming on YouTube. I'm not even kidding. Like, try to live stream sometimes. And if you have like so many subs that watch you and you have so many patrons, maybe you can have pretty busy live streams on YouTube and you can actually grow from that a lot. Like, I'm not sure if you're really into live streaming or if it's like fun to you, but try live streaming, because like those numbers you showed us earlier with like so many, not only like the patrons, but also like subscribers. I think if you live stream, you're actually gonna shine. I really think that. And if you have like, let's say at least like 100 viewers at a time in your live streams, you get recommended a lot. And live streams is like permanently up. So if you have like subscribers or people that recently watch you, like it's not even about like click-through rate anymore, because you're gonna be at the corner of their browse features or somewhere shown as currently live. So you probably get like a lot of views from that if you are live for 5-6 hours, for example. Like, try live streaming, maybe it works for you.
Personal desire point of view, and
first I thought those are bad Ash of Creation news, but it's about him, okay?
Therefore, I've decided to remove the intros from my Ashes of Creation videos entirely. And I'm going to start uploading them as separate extended videos on this channel. I'm not starting a new channel. I'm not abandoning Ashes of Creation. I'm just separating the two because I'm starting to feel like they're hindering each other's progress and quality in a negative way. By separating the intros from the Ashes of Creation label and making them their own thing, they may get less views at the start, of course, but as they evolve into what you've seen today, they're not only completely irrelevant to the actual subject of the video, but I also feel like I'm kind of forcing it upon an audience who might not necessarily want to see it. This channel has grown from copium memes involving the ironic existence of Ashes of Creation and its potential. I love speculating.
This reminds me now of Nixium, because Nixium did this with his Machinimas, right? Like, he stopped uploading the WoW Machinimas on his WoW channel, and now he just talks about WoW updates, his impressions on new expansions and stuff, and he has like a sub-channel now where he just uploads Machinimas and no more on the main channel. So is he going to a similar direction?
And talking about the MMORPG genre, I really do. But before, the intros, they were standalone, and they did actually make sense for the subject matter of the video.
And they were always funny to watch. I will miss them a lot.
Albeit still slightly
I will seriously miss them.
Relevant intros. As of late, my desire to entertain and express myself has shifted, and
what's going on in his Discord there?
Format in
holy shit.
December and January. It felt like the natural evolution of my intros, and my intent was to make them extended, more fleshed out, cohesive pieces of storytelling that you guys would be invested in and hopefully come back for, which most of you did. I think, at least in this initial testing of the waters phase, I succeeded in that, with the movie to conclude it all in one easy-to-watch, more context-rich story that stands alone as an evergreen, forever relevant piece of entertainment. However, because of the natures of Ashes of Creation's relevancy, not everyone watches every video, and therefore pieces of the story get missed, and it turns out for a large percentage of the viewers, the story isn't cohesive at all, and just seems like irrelevant, ballsack flaunting garbage that doesn't belong in a niche discussion video about a game that quite literally doesn't exist. After many hours of thought and schizo arguing in my own head, I came to the conclusion, by separating the intros and discussion into separate videos, I think I can vastly improve the quality of both, especially of them intros, because I will no longer be restrained by the time limit that kept them within the intro range, if you consider 20% of the overall video being an intro. I'm excited to show you what I can do going forward. If you thought Season 2 and the conclusion for that was good, I just finished the storyboard for Season 3, and it's wild. Now, don't fear, my friends, the frequency of Ashes of Creation content on this channel isn't being replaced with these new story-based videos. No. Trust me, I still have plenty of controversial opinions and thin air to talk about. This month's live stream in particular was jam-packed full of interesting talking points that I want to get stuck in. You guys know I love speculating and discussing this game and its potential. There is still so much more I want to talk about, and MMORPGs in general are a huge passion for me on top of those intros. I want to continue still trying to spread awareness for passionate development and talking down modern day philosophies that exploit us. After all, if you don't stand by what you believe in, how can anyone take your opinions seriously, even if they don't agree with those opinions? I may be a lot of things, but one thing that I am not is a hypocrite. Now, what this change probably means more than likely is that the upload frequency is increasing dramatically. Instead of releasing one video every 2 to 3 days with an intro almost and a discussion together, I will probably be releasing a discussion with a 1-day break, then a story chapter, and then a...
That's the same what we have here now on this channel with like shorts, right? Like you will see me sometimes upload 2 videos a day if there's like an important short or something I want to like release, either like a highlight, a funny moment of one of our Let's Plays, or if there's like an Easter egg we discovered in WoW or something that we want to point out and stuff. So yeah, that's what I do sometimes. Like there used to be like kind of like 5 uploads or so a week we had on average, and now it's sometimes 6, 7 uploads, sometimes even more on this channel. There are sometimes days where we upload like 2 videos, but it's also because like stuff's changing, new stuff is coming, and if we do like multiple games, like for example, if I do like a Hogwarts Legacy Let's Play or something, because we are currently reviewing this game, like I don't want people to wait for like 1 or 2 weeks to get a new episode. Like sometimes I just try to have like a day where I do like 2 videos or so. It is like much more effort for me, and maybe it's like 10+ hours then for me to make videos in one single day, but it is no problem. I will do that because I know that like there's like a certain time where I feel like, okay, now people have not seen or heard about this for like 3-4 days. It's time to release something again about it, right? So that's what I do right now.
1-day break and then go back to discussion, etc, etc, etc. I just felt like I'd hit a crossroads. Do I continue trucking on, forcing out uninspired thin air topics just to use that as an excuse to progress my intro series? Or do I just bite the bullet and take the risk of seeing how they stand on their own? Seeing that last movie only get 4K views,
it's like taking a risk, I would say.
Quite a shocker for me, so I thought to myself, why not just take the leap? You see, the discussion portion of a video only takes me about 6 to 8 hours from script to thumbnail.
Okay.
It's easy work. Anyone who tells you YouTube is a difficult job, they be capping hard, son. This is 100 times easier than my bakery career. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. But the thing is, I hate easy work. I'm not someone who's satisfied with just existing, and
it kind of like depends. And also, yeah, like some videos, they do need like a lot of research you have to do. Or we have a second channel, a Minecraft channel, and I sometimes feel like under so much pressure time-wise, because like I know I have to gather this amount for resources for a new build. I need to explore this area to see if there's any cave we can check out in a cave adventure episode, this and that. I know sometimes that I need to like alone just to prepare the video 4 or 5 hours. And then I still need to edit, record it or more. Some days like I can't even finish everything in like 4 or 5 hours with preparation. Then I need to go into a next day and I can't release on time or something. Yeah, like it depends what kind of game and what kind of videos you're making. Or if you're making like short films, there are like some creators that make like short films. Sometimes like a single video can take up to like 3-4 days or up to a week. It depends.
Earning money from a job. That's how these intros came into existence in the first place. I wasn't satisfied just talking about the game.
You wanted more effort. Yeah.
I wanted to entertain you.
These and they are good.
They take me up to 30 hours to make, and I release a video every 2 to 3 days, and have done
that, yeah.
for nearly 3 years straight. I need to work 18 hours a day to push out this frequency. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about the workload. I love working this much, especially when it's something I'm passionate about.
Your
for the
job.
first time in my life, I might add.
But
so
you will keep coming back for it.
But I want to see if my creative expression can reach a larger audience, an audience who actually want it, instead of forcing it onto an audience who are just looking for ashes of creation, information, and news. I started this journey as a way to prove to myself that I'm not a nobody. I'm in my mid-30s, and all my life I've worked utterly dog jobs, and despite my unhealthy, self-destructive work ethic,
same here.
I failed to progress in these
I got
jobs
into
and
temp
these careers.
companies.
And part of that is
like,
likely because of my desire to sprint to my goals instead of waiting for them to come to me, but it's also most likely because I felt like I didn't belong there. Well, no longer will I be a slave to the social structure of actual reality, because you guys have saved this soul and allowed me to live my childhood dream of not only talking shit on the internet, but also just allowing me to express myself. To conclude, I just want to address a few questions that often get asked to me. Firstly, why don't I convert my videos to shorts or TikToks? And the answer to that is pretty simple. I don't want to. I'm not doing this to make a quick buck and make some low-quality trash designed to melt kids' brains in 30-second clips. I'm trying to express myself creatively and bring you something genuinely compelling and worth seeking out. Secondly, why don't I stream? Well, that's also a pretty simple answer. To make these videos that I'm so passionate about, I can't afford to take the time to stream. I don't care about money. I don't care about your Amazon Primes. I care about creating quality content. And every hour that I'm streaming, that's hours I'm not working on something that matters to me. Either editing these videos or suppressing my depression by watching the clown of Twitch fail at games. Will I be streaming in the future? Of course I will. I want to translate my style into the live format. That's always been the end game for this.
That can actually work. Like, I've seen some people on Twitch also do that, where they actually make a video during a live stream. It's kind of like live video production sort of thing, right? Like, maybe he can actually do that, and this will actually also help him grow more. And maybe he can reach 100k subs. Like, I've also not reached 100k subs yet. We are somewhere at a comfortable 50k plus, but like, I feel like if you have reached a certain height and you want to reach higher, sometimes you need to like do even like some extra stuff that you have not done before. Or like a certain game needs to be crazy viral and mainstream, like Fortnite, Minecraft, League of Legends, Roblox, and like anything that's like super big right now.
Channel, and when that time comes, I'm excited to show you my plans. But until the game actually exists, sitting around in the Ashes of Creation Twitch category talking about thin air just isn't quality content to me. It's a garbage waste of everyone's time. My focus is on growing this channel and entertaining you, not being a babysitter for some copium addicts waiting for a game that quite literally doesn't exist. The final question is, why don't I get an editor to help me? And this is a bit of a complicated answer. You see, I view these videos like art. I studied art back in college, and when I'm editing the layers and adding effects and acting out the scenes,
that's something you imagine.
Vibes I get when I'm painting or drawing. I do this often in my...
I see what he's trying to say. So he has his own vision of how things should look like, and if another person does this for him, it's kind of like ruining his art, like his fantasy of how a product is supposed to look like, right? So yeah, I get this part.
Free time to decompress. It's like I'm extending my mind onto a canvas, and that manifests.
It's your vision, your fantasy you want to manifest.
By hiring someone to help me edit, it stops being about creative expression and
And you take someone else's thoughts and visions.
Churning out videos for some form of income. I already did this for 16 years of my life, and that's not the life I want to lead anymore. After all, I am just one nerd, desperate for a good MMO. But over the years, as I've grown on YouTube, I'm starting to want more than that.
Yeah, you
want
hit the
to
wall.
fully commit to expressing myself creatively, and
I'm gonna
hopefully
break that wall.
you'll tune in for these future story-based videos, not only because it's you guys who have been there this whole time watching this channel grow, but mainly because you're high on copium.
That's interesting. I actually didn't know that he had this issue that only like subs watch him and he doesn't get a lot of recommendations to like new people and stuff. But yeah, this is like there are so many factors that can contribute to this. It can either be a game that's like Ashes of Creation not released yet, and maybe the people that want to check for this game, like news and stuff, they are not as many as you would hope. But then when this game releases, he's going to have big numbers. Another thing is, and I just checked there, he has like some variety. So sometimes it is like that. If one video of a certain game gets a bit bigger, it can actually influence your other games videos, right? Because like not everyone plays that certain game, right? Like I said earlier, some people that just play WoW, they don't want to play Ashes of Creation, they don't want Final Fantasy 14 or so. So sometimes when you make a certain video about another game that they don't play, they get this in their browse features and they just don't click on it because they know, oh, this is not WoW, this is Final Fantasy. So if they don't click on this Final Fantasy video, it's still gonna be in your analytics, in the algorithm, and then your impression click-through rate gets reduced a bit. And this is because a few days ago a certain video got recommended or big that is about another topic. And this is why it's so scary to be a variety creator these days. Because back in the day, you have subscribers, you upload a video, your subscribers get this suggested, like recommended, they click on it, and if it had a certain amount of views, it would get recommended to new people, right? So it was kind of like a chain reaction between subscribers watching a video and your subscribers watching your video, leading to more subscribers, and you would grow like that. And you had like actually back in the day, in my opinion, more freedom when it comes to topics, and you could even get into different genre of games. Like you could have like freaking shooting games together with RPG games, and it wouldn't be negative. But if now you're like a big Call of Duty channel, for example, and you start making videos about freaking WoW, about strategy games like StarCraft or something, like you will actually harm your main videos. It's kind of weird how it is these days, because it forces creators to have like sub channels for each topic. And I think this is like even more work then, because you have to now maintain and work on this channel on one day, then on this channel one day, and this makes it almost impossible for like daily uploads. And sometimes on some sub channels you only can upload 1 or 2 videos a week. And this is something I'm faced with now, because we have also a Minecraft channel that's actually doing quite well these days. Like we're getting several thousands of views for whatever reason suddenly daily there, and we have not even reached 1,000 subs yet. I've also not linked this Minecraft channel actually. I should probably do that on our channel. But yeah, I'm getting now several thousands of views a day for some reason out of nowhere, and it's going really well. We have their soon YouTube partner too. But it is stressful because now I have like multiple channels, right? But because of the YouTube algorithm, I'm forced to do that. But yeah, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And I wish the best for Narc, because this is like his channel is also a big part of our channel, because we often check out the news of Ashes of Creation from his channel, and then we discuss them here. So he gives us a lot of information that we can talk about. Like I hope he keeps doing what he's doing. I wish him the best. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.